I'm going to finish the Unhealed Parenthood miniseries with an African proverb. Now, why did I choose this proverb? I chose this proverb specifically based on my past personal experiences. And here is the proverb. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. This proverb carries a haunting psychological truth. That when a child grows up feeling rejected and neglected, invisible, or unwanted by the people who are supposed to provide belonging, their pain does not simply disappear. Unmet needs often look for somewhere to go. Sometimes they become anger, they become rebellion, self-sabotage, or worst of all, destruction. A child needs more than food and shelter. They need to experience themselves as someone who belongs. And when that belonging is repeatedly denied, the child may be asking very painful questions. Like, why doesn't anyone care about me? Why am I always the problem? What will I have to become for someone to finally notice me? You know. Now, not all children respond the same. Some children respond by becoming exceptionally compliant, hoping achievement will purchase love. While others, now that's why I fell in, others become disruptive, they become aggressive, they become defiant, or emotionally withdrawn. The behavior may look like the problem while actually being a communication of the problem. Sometimes the child is not saying that I want to destroy everything. They are simply saying, will somebody finally notice that I am hurting? You know, psychologically, children who repeatedly experience rejection can develop deep beliefs around worthlessness, around abandonment, or unlovability. When healthy attention is unavailable, even negative attention can become psychologically rewarding because at least it confirms their existence in someone else's world. And this can create a very dangerous cycle where you are hurt, the hurt now influences your behavior, that behavior is punished, and when you're punished, you feel more rejected. And with that, you go back to what? Feeling more hurt. The cycle continues. But understanding the wound does not mean excusing harmful behavior. Don't get me wrong. Trauma can explain behavior without removing responsibility for it. Healing requires interrupting the cycle by creating safety, creating boundaries, accountability, and genuine belonging. The child needs to learn that they don't have to destroy something to be seen. You know, spiritually, the proverb reminds us that communities have a responsibility towards the vulnerable. A village is more than geography. It is the network of relationships that tells a person, you matter here, you belong here. So when belonging is withheld, the consequences can spread beyond the individual. So perhaps the question is not only what's wrong with this child. Perhaps we should ask, what happened to the village that this child had to scream through distraction to be heard? In short, not every wounded child burns the village. Some burn themselves quietly. Others spend adulthood trying desperately to earn the warmth they were denied. The goal is not merely to stop the fire. It is to understand why the child became convinced that distraction was the only way to finally feel the warmth of belonging. You know, my people, heal. Heal.